Hey friends, welcome to my place. My name is Dave. Good to have you here. Now, what is this for? This is green from the house of Frank Olivier. This is for if, let's say, you're buying something online, you need to add an item to get free shipping. All right, maybe 5 items or more, or to hit that mark for free shipping. This is maybe an add-on that you might be interested. So it's a super quick review. This house Frank Olivier actually have quite a few fragrances. It started way back many years ago. I bought a couple. Well, actually, the very first one was here. This one is Sunrise, Frank Olivier. And when I first bought it, I had no idea what it was for or the clone of anything. Later, I found out it was very close to Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce. And I loved it. I wore it for a long time. You could see the juice level. So this one, I really appreciate it. And that got me started in this house. Instead of a throwaway cheapie, I know this house is, they gave me very good value for the money, for sure. We're talking about $15, $20 for this bottle. And I picked it up, did a spray it on for the last few days. Really enjoy it. But to summarize, what is this for? Paco Rabanne Invictus. Either the Invictus Intense or the Aqua. It's not an exact clone of this guy, but basically it's in the same direction. We're talking about 70-75% with that DNA. So if you're interested in that for a very cheap price, this might be a good pickup. As far as the name green, to now I have no idea why. After I wore it for a few days, I looked up the notes. It was not listed of any green notes, either herbaceous, either minty, either nothing green. So maybe just mislabel it. Instead of calling it blue, they call it green. But then I bought another bottle that's actually called blue. So I think they mixed up the name, okay? The blue one is a different story. But the green, yeah, nothing green about it. So, with that said, keep in mind, if you're a green lover like me that enjoy either the foresty, either nature, either minty, either whatever herbaceous, any type of green. No, this is none of that. I mean, absolutely nothing. So what I'm smelling is some sweetness, probably from the amber, vanilla, and light cedar, and some citrusy notes, grapefruit and all. It's a pretty simple composition. Like I said, it's very similar to Invictus. Just put it back there. I have quite a few Invictus. I'm not exactly sure. I compared it. I'm not exactly sure which one is the closest to the original Invictus, to the Intense version, to the Aqua version. It just has that DNA, but does not pinpoint exactly which one it is, okay? Which might be a good thing. You don't want an exact clone, okay? This is a very, very good cheapie pickup if you could pick up for under 20. It's actually a no-brainer if you're looking for something that's easygoing, non-offensive, for actually very versatile for either the hot or the cold weather. Any of those will be fine. And people will know this is a very familiar, very likable DNA. And they might just pick up, might think you're wearing Paco Rabanne Invictus. It may be. Okay. What I'm getting most is, I spread it on in the start. And yeah, you're going to get that sweetness of a bubble gum. Just coming from vanilla, the amber. The longevity is pretty good. Wait, in case you don't know what the Invictus smells like, so it's a sweetness that is a little bit playful, that is not too cloying. And if you ever eat a basic bubble gum, that's the sweetness that's actually portraying. It does come through that way. Great. So it's going to be very easy. You can wear it to school, any occasions. Yeah, even to know what dress up, you'd be okay because it's not overly sweet, nothing. It is going to be leaning on the more youthful side. So some might say a little bit juvenile, which is fine. It's not overly juvenile, so you'll be okay if you're a little bit older. So the age will be, teenager and up to any age, right? Yeah, that's the closest I could think of to the Paco Rabanne. It's not really to the other sweetness type of scent, but just with that in mind, I think most of you, if you're into the fragrance hobby, you probably have get the DNA of the Paco Rabanne Invictus. Anyhow, yeah. So this is a very easy going. We're talking about at least half a day of longevity, no problem. 4 to 5 hours. Anybody could wear it, guys or girls. perfectly fine. So with that said, you're talking about very worthwhile $15-$20 fragrance. Okay, and it does not go cheap in the way it smell. It is not as put together. In the dry down, you could tell that is a little bit more airy, more just a tad bit harsh. I'm smelling on my skin right now, but not harsh enough that you're gonna really notice it unless you really put your nose to it and smell it. It smells perfectly fine. It's coming off the air. Okay, now I'm digging my nose to it, which I don't have to. It is projecting. It does project. So it is perfectly good. You're talking about a $15, $20 cheapie that is worthwhile, because for that price range, there's not many that is at least decent quality to go around. And this is perfectly decent. So this Franck Olivier house have had come out with a few, I guess, inspired fragrances, and I really enjoy them. So if you ever see it, it's not a throwaway brand, okay? By no means. Just keep an eye on it. If you need to add something to your cart to get free shipping, all right? With that said, just a very simple review. I hope that is useful. As always, thank you for watching. See you next time.